Okay, let's get this camera set up. I can't get it to stay how I want it. Oh, and there we go. Lovely.
Make sure you say positive tips.
Let's do this way.
I'm going down there.
Something's wrong with my tripod. Thank you. Okay, hi. This is Lori, your positivity princess, and my channel is The Lori Show. I don't know how I said it. How do I forget that? I think I really need a new tripod. Okay. And you can see the top of my head. Great. Okay. Nope, not working. Sorry, guys. Hi. I don't know why it's doing this. This is so annoying. Okay. I need a new one. If I can just get it. Okay, there. There we go. I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it. Okay. Hi, guys. Okay, let me put on my chat here. Hi, Sean. Shawn Michaels. I don't know. Are you the real Shawn Michaels? No, I don't think so. I'm just kidding. Okay. Welcome to my live here. And I love doing lives. I absolutely love sharing with you guys any insights that I have from the week, or during meditations, or even just from my readings. Oh, hi, Russell. How are you? I work with Russell in the school, but neither of us are in the school right now, so we don't see each other. Oh, thank you. I could use some wine. That would be lovely. Thank you very much. Very nice compliment. Actually, I just finished online with both of my kids had online school. I taught online today, and I was meaning to go on earlier for 9 o'clock this morning. I didn't have a class this morning, but I couldn't go on. Things get busy, and my husband wasn't appointment this morning, a cardiac appointment, so I don't know how close he is. I won't say anything right now, but anyways, yeah, I don't know if he minds me sharing his business or not, but thank you, you're so sweet. Okay, so there's a few things I want to discuss today. Okay, I'm not going to wait for more people to come on. I guess you know, whoever's here is here, and I'm grateful for you, and everyone else can see it if they wish to, you know, look at these topics of law of attraction, persistence, positive mindset. You know, it's all good, and they can watch the video after. Yay. Okay, so guys, again, my name is Lori, and I'm ready to start if you guys are. So I just wanted to remind you guys that if you're ever looking for a life coach or a law of attraction coach, a mindset coach, I'm certified in all of those, even fitness coach, okay? Oh, hi. Yes, yay, the positivity princess, always plug. Hi, I'm glad you're here. Okay, so I don't have a lot of time because the kids are, okay, I hear one of them running by just now. I don't know, I see a lot of people that have kids that do YouTube, and I don't know how they have so much quiet time. I don't know how they kind of break away or get away. But I mean, you know, if they figured out a way that works for them, that's great. I'll figure something out eventually. But I guess I just have to ignore what's behind me and around me and all the sounds I hear. If you guys can ignore it, I can ignore it. Yay. Thank you. I like that little symbol there, that YouTube symbol. I don't know how you did that. I'm going to try to do stuff like that. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, so listen. Just to let you know, I can offer you that kind of one-on-one. I don't mind doing like a Zoom meeting, or, you know, and obviously your first one would be free so that we can do like a little bit of meet and greet and figure out your needs and things like that. Okay, so just to let you know that's an option. Okay, my favorite thing to do though is just to like discuss things and talk about things like your life, my life, compare things and see who, you know, where can we help each other. Because just because I've been doing reading, or just because I have a little bit of intuition, it doesn't mean that I can't gain from you as well. Right? There's always something that you might say that'll blow my mind and open my mind up a little bit more. Okay, so you know I love to talk about law of attraction. And my name is Lori, Lori. And I believe that my system, strangely, works around my name. So my L for Lori is laws of the universe, including law of attraction. And there's 12 laws of the universe. I have a really cute video that I'm putting together that it's sort of semi-animated. I drew it myself. I want you guys to see it. I want you to check out these laws of the universe. And I tried to show how they're all connected. And I don't want to go too much into that because that's not what we were supposed to be talking about today. But in my name, Lori, the L is for laws, okay? Thank you. You're so sweet. That, I don't know, that's another thing I noticed about going live on YouTube. The positive reinforcement really does raise the vibration. Yes, yeah, we should do a meeting soon, Russell, for sure. Maybe we could all do one together. That would be nice to hear your voices too. Okay, so the O for in Lori is optimism or optimistic mindset. Okay, so that goes with like the positive mindset idea. And there's always a way to see anything from a positive perspective. The R stands for like reality and the idea that you can transsurf reality or you can manipulate reality and see the reality that you want by imagining it. Okay, so I always see that your reality is fluctuating. Okay, it can change. That's why the optimistic or positive mindset really matters from the O. Okay, and then I is individual. Everybody's different. Everyone will be benefiting from a different form of therapy, a different form of medication. Everybody benefits from a different type of meditation. Everybody's different. So if you think that just because, your friend down the street, the cat down the road, let's say he does Wim Hof and you hear that he's benefiting from it, he does Wim Hof every day for 10 years and he's doing great, and you try it and you hate it, that's okay. You're different. Maybe you're going to like a different type of breath. Maybe you're going to like to do something like a Joe Dispenza supernatural breathing, or maybe you're going to like to do just maybe even a square breathing technique where you just sort of have, different ratios of in and out and holding your breath for different amounts of time. They're all beneficial. I'm just saying it's an individual approach, okay? Okay, so with regard to this law of attraction idea, I just want to remind you guys, all of you, that you should try, as long as you're enjoying it, as long as it's working for you, and as long as you are getting something positive out of it, you should try to do some kind of positive law of attraction method or methodology every day, some kind of practice. So it can be something that you do for 1 minute, but do it every day. Make sure it's consistent. So you could do something where you set up a schedule for yourself where every Monday you do something for mindfulness, like a meditation. Every Tuesday you do something like something for gratitude, like you list all the things you're grateful for 5 minutes, or for 1 minute, you list everything on paper. And then Wednesday you do some scripting, and then Thursday you do visualizing. Okay, so you might want to make it make sense for you where you do something in a certain order. Just make sure it's consistent and that you do it every single day. The idea of consistency leads me into the next topic, which is persistence. So consistency and persistence are similar, okay? It's the idea that you're not gonna quit. You're gonna keep going no matter what. Whether you're getting positive feedback from your environment or from people, it doesn't matter. The thing you wanna do will always be the thing you want to do and the thing you want to accomplish, regardless of what people say outside of you. So you need to really, really realize the importance of persistence. So I want to show you something that I kind of thought of yesterday. So there's a law called polarity, okay? That's one of the laws of the universe. And polarity says that in your life, when something can exist, like everything generally in our 3D world, the way we see things exist on a spectrum, okay? So over here would be the positive end of the spectrum, and over here could be the negative end of the spectrum, or opposite, vice versa, whatever. Or up here, positive, negative up here. And anything that can exist, like in anything that you can think of can exist in the positive and in the negative at the two polar opposites. So when it comes to, work on that, thanks. Oh, thank you. Yes, Megan. We all, you know what? We all have things to work on. Like, as soon as, I don't know about you guys, but once I've accomplished the thing I want to accomplish, the new goal comes up. That's why I try not to put too much weight on any one goal or accomplishment, because I know that it's the next step into my growth, right? It's a stepping stone along the way to this big awakening or this, ultimate enlightenment. So I don't want you to ever feel discouraged that you don't get that big relief or that big excitement once you've reached a certain goal. Some people use the word anticlimactic. When you get to the point where you have accomplished what it is you want to accomplish and you don't feel as good as you thought you would, I just want to remind you that there's always going to be that next goal that gets you even higher and higher. Okay, so I'm talking about polarity. So anything we talk about can have two ends of a spectrum. So when it comes to emotion, you have really high vibe emotions over here, like love and above, which vibrate at like 500, 600, 700. Then you've got lower vibration emotions like fear, anger, jealousy, things like that, which are down like under a 100, okay, in the vibrations, okay? So that's one example, is emotions. Other things exist in polarity, like light, you've got very, very dark day, like nighttime is dark and daytime is light, okay? So lots of sun, no sun. You have, perhaps, I'm trying to think of like arousal state, like you're really, really tired, or you're really, really awake. Okay, so lots of examples. I've just heard a video of similar concept to do with synchronicity. Yeah, synchronicity is a really neat concept, and a lot of my videos too have it sprinkled in there. Okay, all is here now. Exactly. Well, there's this idea that when the Big Bang happened, and I'm digressing a little bit, but when the Big Bang happened 14 billion years ago, it released a ton of energy. Like all the energy that is in the universe right now was released in that moment, okay? Like in that split second, boom, all the energy. It started to expand, get bigger and bigger and bigger. That energy that was released or created or liberated, if you will, is the same energy we're working with right now. So whatever exists always existed and always will. And the energy that you want or the outcome you want, it already exists. There's a field of energy around you, and it contains, this field of energy consists of or exists in it exists every possible outcome for your future. So all you need to do, like the good outcomes are up here vibrating at a high vibration, and the poor outcomes where you don't get what you want, the sad outcomes, the lack, the losing, the sadness, those are all down at the very low vibrations. So when you are working on raising your vibration and keeping yourself up here, guess what? That's when you will get the outcomes that you're desiring. You bring yourself to that vibration, and then the thing you want comes right to you. It comes to you. You don't have to chase anything. You don't have to look for anything. It's all there. It's all here. Battery, because I was online answering emails all morning for my students because they're at the end of their quad. Anyways, okay, so this is your life. Over here is the past. Okay, I don't want you to see the bottom drawing, okay? And this is your future. As you can see, it all exists all at the same time. It's all there already. So your life goes like this. It goes in ebbs and flows, up and down. Okay, so we're gonna say in the middle here, this purple line is just like baseline, okay? It's like an okay day. It's a decent vibration. Sometimes you're down here and you have a low vibration mood, or something happens to you that brings down your vibration. And then sometimes, as you go through your life, it goes up and down, but it always averages out. The potential for something really bad in your life also exists, the potential for something very good. And if you notice, everything, just based on the law of rhythm and the law of vibration, everything has a frequency. Even your life and the events in it has a frequency. What this means, that could be your life. You're seeing how in the past, good thing, bad thing, good thing, bad thing. Everything has a purpose and everything has a reason, but some things are perceived as good and some as bad. Well, then this is like the unconditioned consciousness. Yes, absolutely. I love the way you are being able to categorize and quantify what we're talking about. I like that. So let's say this is your life and your future is going to look like that as well. You're going to have ebbs and flows. You're going to have, especially if you keep going the same way you are, you're going to keep seeing the same life you have. Now this life, this could be what happens to somebody where nothing really happens and then something amazing happens. That person wins the lottery, let's say. or that person gets married, or whatever it is that was considered amazing, graduates with honors. And then they keep going and some other little thing happens and then something not very good happens. Do you see how it's a pattern though? Up, up, down, down, up, down, down. It goes all the way through from your past to the present to the future. It's the same life, okay? It is a pattern. It just keeps going the same way unless you think differently, unless you create a different vibration. But based on polarity, if some bad things have happened to you in the past, it's like it's your turn for something good to happen. It's like it's not even your turn because there's enough of everything for everyone. It's your time. It's time. It's the season. It's your season for success, especially if you've had a lot of failures. Each time something happens to you where you failed, but you persisted and you kept going and kept trying something different, something new, something a little bit bigger, something, I don't know, just keep going, then you have that potential to have that success because each failure is like a stepping stone to the next event that will lead you to your success. Yes, this is why moving with the flow of life is relaxing and allowing. Exactly. The whole idea of going with the flow, because life has a flow. And when you when you resist something and you're fighting something and you're arguing something and you're pushing something away, it's when it persists and keeps on coming back to you. So if I keep on saying, I don't want to go to work, I don't want to do this anymore, I don't want to go online, I'm sick of this, I don't want to go online, I don't want to go online, then I'm going to keep going online. All the universe hears is, she's online, let's keep giving her more online. If I put out to the universe, I'm going to do my best at any job I have, and I'm going to be happy in any role I have, then the universe says, she's happy. Let's give her things that make her happy. That's how it works. I bring my vibration up here, and the universe brings me things that match. It's crazy how it works every single time. I'm working on a theory. It's really neat. And I want to quantify. I know that using the Hawkins scale, okay, and I don't think I have a visual for you. No, wait, do I? The Hawkins scale, you can look it up, and it looks like a cone, okay? I'll just draw it for you. It looks like a cone, and basically it's like a vortex, okay? If you think of the word vortex, almost like a cylinder shape, like a hurricane, okay? So at the very bottom is very small. I'm gonna put 500 is here. This is love. And this is how your emotions exist, okay? And I'll show you my other drawing in a minute. Okay, Hawkins scale, 30 is down here. Those are really bad, not bad, I'm gonna say low vibration emotions. Fear, anger, what else? Like jealousy, rage, deceit, things like that, or even grief, guilt, okay? Those exist down here. You can see it's small, okay? It's very tight. It's a feeling of tightness. There's no allowing in those emotions. You're letting the emotions control your decisions and your thought patterns. There's no allowing, there's no releasing, there's no detaching. You're very attached to those emotions. The higher you go on our Hawkins scale, you've got 500. Love has a vibration of 500, and that's pretty high, okay? If you keep going up higher, love, enlightenment, actualization. At the top here, this is called full enlightenment. And that's when you cannot even describe how good you feel. You feel so good. The word for it is ineffable, because you can say, I don't know. You ever have this moment, you catch yourself and you feel great. It's like you just caught yourself in this moment of bliss and you're like, I don't know. It's like, I feel really good. Hi, Willie. Willie's here. Oh, and we have Jeff too. Oh my goodness. What a treat. Willie and Jeff. Guys, I don't have much battery left, so I don't know. I have 17%. Oh, I hope I didn't screw it up. Okay. Who else do we got here? Oh, I can't see it. Oh, I can't see my chat. I thought I saw something pop up. Okay. I'm gonna check in a moment. But I wanna show you guys, last but not least, you've got, I know, this is very teacher-ish of me, but what do you want me to say? I'm a teacher. This is your life here, past, present, future. If in the past, look at this. If this is like a baseline of being okay, if your whole past you've had turmoil and there's been, look at this, there's not even a coherent pattern. You can't see the coherent pattern here. That means that up until now, you've been living in such a way that you don't pay attention to how your emotions are controlling you. You're letting your life dictate your mood, your emotions, your personality. You need to take control and say, hi, I just checked in and I learned a lot. Wow, thank you. Thank you for saying that. I love all of you, by the way. I love all of you. I want to show you guys. Do you see a line here from now to your future? Do you see anything written there? No. Just because from the moment you were born until now, perhaps, things were bumpy and difficult and unpredictable, that's because you believed that it was going to be bumpy and uncomfortable and unpredictable. When you were a little kid, a lot of your life was dictated by who you live with, the city you live in, things like that. And you kind of just believed that life was the way it was based on what you saw. But you're an adult and you know now that you can create whatever you want your future to look like. You cannot just sit there and know what you don't want. You have to know what you do want. You have to define it so clear in your head, crystal clear. You have to just declare it. This is what I love. And then be it. You just be it. That's your step. Your ask is to know what you want. Believe is to be that person. And then you receive it once you get there. Like once you are that person, it comes to you because you've attracted it. But in that step, there's also that detaching, right? That's very hard. Okay, I want to point out to you guys that there's things in your life that you want, okay? Can you guys tell me any of the things that you are hoping to manifest? Let me see here. Is there anything that anybody's hoping to manifest? Okay, I'm going to see some of the answers that you guys have, but I want to point out that sometimes you're waiting and you're waiting and you're checking and you're looking at your watch. You're looking at your calendar and you're saying it's not there yet. It's not here yet. I want you to stop doing that because every time you check if your manifestation is here, you're just reinforcing to your 3D mind that it's not there. You're just noticing the lack and you're reinforcing, no, you're right, it's not here, it's not here. But you don't know if it's right on the other side of a very thin veil of time. Thinking perhaps an RV. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. That would be really neat to travel once these restrictions are reduced, right? But that, for example, Willie says an RV. You never know how you're going to manifest these things. You might end up buying one. Somebody could give you one. You could inherit it. You could find one. I don't know how. You could trade for it. You could, you could barter. There's a lot of ways you could come upon something, a property, a car, a boat, an RV, a piece of jewelry, whatever it is that you want. Look, we got Jeff has one for sale. Imagine if like people can connect here and just buy and sell. It started out law of attraction, it turned into buy and sell. No. Oh, well, as long as people are watching. I'm just kidding. Okay, these are the signs I want to tell you that your manifestation is about to happen. So number one is that other people are receiving what you want. So if there's a thing that you want and you keep on thinking about it and you have it in your head, even if you detach and release for a little bit, somebody else gets the thing you want. They win the lottery. They go viral on YouTube. They, get that job that you were looking for. Or that, whatever it is. It could be something small. Like you were looking for a certain kind of teacup pig, for sale. And they buy one. And you're like, what? I wanted a teacup pig. Whatever it is. If somebody has attracted one, or, it means that you're more powerful than you even thought. You're not only manifesting for yourself, you're manifesting for other people. Yeah, I agree with Jeff. Rent one and see how you like it before you kind of buy one. That's good advice, buddy. Thank you. Number 2 is receive a sign or synchronicity. Okay, so if you receive like a sign or you keep hearing something over and over again, some kind of synchronicity, like certain numbers, a certain phrase on the radio or a certain song, these are signs that the thing you want is very, very close. Hi, Jacob. That's my little Jacob. He is 11 years old, going on 16. All right, number 3, when the topic comes up and you feel something in your gut. So let's say Willie talks about RVs, okay? So he goes out later, sees his best friend, and he says, I know someone who took an RV and went cross country. And then he feels something inside and says, it's like this excitement in his gut. Your stomach has its own brain cells in it, its own form of a brain inside your stomach, believe it or not. That's why you can think with your gut. What's your gut feeling about something? You can, we talk about the gut feeling, and it's there and it's a real thing. So if you feel something in your gut when you talk about that topic, it's a sign it's close, that it's happening. It's working for you. Number 4, if you dream about it, you know how they say, like if a person has a dream, it's the waiting thing that's hard, but my angels keep telling me to distract myself by doing, to distract myself with doing me, but that's my thing that holds me back. Okay, so yes, I'm going to tell you what to do. You don't have to forget about the thing you want completely, but you need to think of when there is something that you want and then you have it. Okay, so I wanted a pair of Doc Marten boots, okay? They cost $200. And I couldn't justify in my head, I don't need these boots, especially when I'm locked down. Where am I going? I don't need these boots. And I thought to myself, how do I feel? How will I feel once I have them, right? Oof. How am I going to feel when I have my boots? So I imagine, I like my boots. I think they're cool. I feel cool when I wear them. I feel confident when I wear them. So I just imagine myself wearing them, and I would wear outfits that I would have worn with my boots. And I would just be like, yeah, I'm going to wear them. As soon as I have them, I'm going to wear them. As soon as I have them, I'm going to wear them. And I mean, I ended up, getting a few extra bucks from doing summer school. So I manifested in that I worked. I guess I manifested summer school. I don't really want to work more, but all as I'm saying is after having the boots, it's easier to see that the feeling I had having the boots is exactly what I imagined how I was going to feel. So, you have to distract though. You have to do things that make you feel really good and abundant and have the things, it brings you to a vibration similar to that which you will have or be in once you have the thing you want. And it's not the easiest thing to do, but the more and more you practice it, more and more you visualize and do these practices, that's why you do the practices instead of just talking about them. Do the law of attraction practices. Don't just talk about the law of attraction. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you see the difference there? Do it. Don't just talk the talk, walk the walk. It's very important. The actual, what am I trying to say? Performance side of it, okay? The performance-based side of it. Kind of like if you're practicing for a play and you're reading your lines, okay? So I'm reading my lines, I'm practicing. I'm reading my lines. Romeo, oh Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Okay, I'm ready for my role. But if I really stand up and I'm like, Romeo, I'm really, really into it, I'm learning so much better by really doing it, okay? And the same with the law of attraction. The more you practice these things, the better you get at it. Remember Hebb's law. Neurons of fire together, wire together. These ideas you're creating in your head are becoming more and more real. It's amazing. The metacognition that happens in your frontal lobe gets better at it. You get better at thinking about thinking. You get better at visualizing. You get better at practicing things in your head as opposed to practicing them with your physical body. And remember, whatever you can think in your head, you can have in real life. And by real life, Both are real life. In your head's real life and in the physical world is real life. Both are real. The last thing I want you to remember is you feel increased desire. Once you start to want that thing even more, make sure you feel it in your stomach, okay? If you feel in your stomach a little bit of excitement, or is it, do I feel icky? Do I feel excited? What's the feeling? Oh, by the way, I want to say hi, Laura. I saw your name pop up there. Hi, I miss you. Okay. If you feel it in your gut, okay, and you're feeling a little bit like, oh my gosh, my desire's increasing, don't let that be a thing where it's like, oh, I'm just being reminded I don't have it. It's the universe saying, get ready. It's coming. Prepare. So you feel that little bit of something in your stomach. If it's nervousness, transmute it into excitement and preparedness by thinking of another time when you got what you wanted. Think of another time when everything worked out. Or just imagine like how fun it's going to be. Like how fun it is in your head already. In your head, it's all there already. Let this be more real than the real world, okay? Than the physical world. Let this be. Party up here. Who cares what's happening out here? Stay happy in your head always, okay? All right, so to do this, my 4 steps, okay? This is cool. It's called be in 4D, okay? So this 3D world we live in, where we depend on our senses for evidence, it's there and it works, but it doesn't do everything, okay? It doesn't explain anything on a spiritual level. So you need to be 4D. And by this, I have 4 words that start with D. It just works. Like, it's so cool. Wait, I should have written them down. Well, I did, but it looks kind of messy. I'll just say them. Okay, so the first one is detach. And I could say detach all day, but the idea, though, is to always have something prepared. Hold on. Feeling is a big part of listening to how you feel and following it. Yes. But don't forget, your thoughts come before your feeling. And if the thought was a fallacy, or if the thought was something coming from your ego, you have to be careful because the feeling associated with it will be false. It'll be a fallacy. So you have to be careful. You got to look at the origin. You got to really, really use that mental diet and catch those thoughts that are coming from the wrong place, okay? And it's not hard to do. It's like anytime you hear a thought that's a doubt, that's doubting yourself, that's your ego. Your true self, your higher self would never doubt you. Your true higher self is like, I'm already there. I know you're going to get there. You know, it's the ego that is so scared for you to change. But just you be in charge. You are the you know, you're in charge of your own life, not your ego. Okay, see here. These are my 4Ds. It's too bright. You can't see them. Detach, distract, delve, and develop. Okay, so those are your 4D when you have these 4Ds working for you. Because I transmuted method to get rid of negative energies, but use it for good. Yes. And one of the big things that Dr. Joe Dispenza does in his supernatural breathing is that he takes energy. He has you take energy from the, I don't know if you guys can see. I can't stand up. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but you take energy. If I stand back here, maybe. I don't have much batteries. I'm not dressed very well. You take energy from down here, the lower 3 chakras. Those are where your masculine energy is. There's sexual energy. There's energy used for digestion, energy used for survival. Okay, so all of that fight or flight energy, it's all stored in the lower 3 chakras. And Dr. Joseph Dispenza shows you how to use that energy and bring it up through to your higher chakras, to your heart, to your third eye, to your crown, to your throat, and use that energy, and in a sense transmuting it into a more useful a more useful function, because you don't have to be in the fight or flight all the time. And you know what, the sexual energy is so powerful. You know, the whole idea of sexual transmutation, we could get into that as well, but I'm a teacher, so I'm not supposed to talk about that. Okay, so we have detach, distract, delve, and by delve, I mean delve into things you enjoy and you love. Get into those things. You know those activities you do where you find yourself in a state of flow? You find yourself losing track of time. You find yourself like, oh my God, it's already 10 o'clock. You know that feeling? I don't know, sometimes it could be riding a bike, it could be running, like jogging. I get in the flow when I'm jogging. It's this great feeling. I guess it's the adrenaline. Also activities like art, reading, watching a movie is actually really good. And whenever people denounce or talk bad about people watching movies and they say you could be reading a book and you could be, I think it's ridiculous because you need to quiet that brain. When you're watching a movie, you are in the moment, you're in the now, you're enjoying it, you're in the movie with them sometimes, you're like, don't do that, don't go in the cave. You guys, if you don't like people talking in a movie, you would hate watching a movie with me. But, it's amazing. You're not thinking about your manifestation when you're watching a really cool show or movie, right? Sorry, I missed a comment here. In the zone. Exactly. Yes, Jeff, you're right. It's the same thing. It's when you're in the zone, just like in the movie Soul, a Disney movie Soul, they showed you the same idea. When you're in the zone, it's like you're not conscious. You're not among the conscious people with living the life in the same way. When you're in the zone, you're in a special place, and time goes differently. It's a really neat feeling. So delve into those things because that way your subconscious mind, it has time to work on it. When you stop thinking about things and stop using your mind consciously, your subconscious is given those problems and given those issues, and it has a chance to communicate, with source, with the universe, and see what it can do. What can we do for you? But if you always hold tight to the thing you want really close to you, you can't have it. You have it here. If you have the idea right in front of you, you're holding on tight. This is my idea. This is what I want. This is what I want. I'm holding it. I can never... This needs to transmute. My idea needs to change into something physical. I need to give it to the universe. I need to hand it off and then be patient. And then it comes back to me in the form of something I want. It's not the easiest thing to do, but most things that are worthwhile are not easy, guys. The last thing, the last D. So there's detach, distract, delve, and then develop. Do something to better yourself in the meanwhile. Develop your skills, learn a new skill, learn how to do Reiki, learn how to knit, watch YouTube videos about how to edit videos if you're into making videos. Learn how to sing your favorite songs, learn the lyrics of your favorite songs so that when they come on the radio, you can sing along. It doesn't have to be something you're making money, but be still and know I am God. Yes, no, absolutely. Develop your spiritual side. And be still and work on your meditation. Sit with yourself and just feel the ultimate love that you have for yourself deep down. That love, honestly, that's one of the big things that's a big game changer. When you can really sit down with yourself and love yourself, it's like you're untouchable. Nobody can hurt you because you'll always have your own back. It's really amazing how quick we are to put ourselves down when we've made a little mistake. It's like we're quicker to say, why'd you do that than even somebody else outside of you. You beat yourself up. You shouldn't. You should always have your own back. Okay, so guys, the last thing that I had on my agenda here, my battery on my phone is really dwindling, but I'm going to quickly throw this in, is this positive mindset idea. One thing I noticed people saying lately, using the law of relativity, what they're doing is, and what I've heard a few times lately that catches me off guard is when someone says, it could be worse. We could be, living in a country where we don't have any power. It could be worse. So kind of, you're thinking of these things that could be worse. And you're saying the words, it could be worse. And you're saying this all the time. Then the universe is going to hear oh, it could be worse. Okay, it'll be worse. You don't want to think of it that way. What you want to do is look at it from the opposite perspective and be grateful. So instead, you can say, look at those people. They live that certain way without water, or they live a certain way without, shelters like ours, or they don't have the amenities we have, but they're still smiling. They still love their lives. They still have a zeal for living. And that's amazing. You need to look at it from that perspective. If they can smile and be grateful for what they have, and I do have more. I can be grateful too. Not I should be, I can be, and I am. I am grateful. And look at it that way. And then look at all the things you do have. I love doing that. I like to walk around and say, I'm grateful for this dresser. I'm grateful for this cup. I'm grateful for this, these books. I'm grateful for this lantern. I'm grateful for that piece of art. And you really look at each thing you have, and it makes you realize how abundant you are. Even if you had no dollars in the bank, you have a lot, you know? Think of all the money you've made in your entire life, and be grateful for every cent you've ever made. And watch those same dollars come back to you. It's really amazing. It's really amazing. Okay, so guys, that's all I'm gonna say for today. I talked for longer than I thought. My battery lasted longer than I thought too. I started with 31% and we're down to 4%. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I love you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for coming to my channel. I want to try to go live once a week, but it's really hard with the kids home, but they didn't bother me. And they never do. What I mean is they didn't interrupt, right? And even if they did, I'd probably say something like, hey, positive peep. And then the kids would be like, ugh, and then take off, right? It's that easy. I told you. Okay, guys, have a great day. I love you. Take care. Be positive.